The South Carolina legislative session is set to resume Tuesday, January 13th. Lawmakers have only a few months to tackle some important issues and what many are calling unfinished business. One lawmaker wants to make sure you understand the ins and the outs of the legislative process. Joining us now is Representative Hamilton Grant, who represents District 79 here in Richland County. Representative Grant,
how are
thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
No, it's an honor. Thank you.
Oh, and of course, you know, you are here. We have to talk about the suit, man. I mean, that is a nice suit, sir.
You don't come see Trinity Friendly dressed in any kind of way.
I appreciate it, sir. Wow. Happy New Year to you, by the way.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Representative, we'll get straight to it. The session resumes next week.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
So I'm looking forward to getting back to the business of the people of South Carolina. This is our second year of our session. And so, like you said, we've got some unfinished business, some things that we need to tackle, hopefully some issues that we can bypass that are distractions so we can get down to taking care of everyday South Carolinians.
And speaking about everyday South Carolinians, in order to better prepare the community, you're hosting a town hall called Civics in Context.
Yes.
What is this about?
So this is about getting back to the basics. Every day I'm talking to people who are excited, enthused, they're paying more attention to what's happening around the world, the city and the county around them. But the problem is they don't know where to start to become a good advocate. And so when we know better, we do better. And so the knowledge gap of what's happening in our world with politics is something that is very alarming. And so what we want to do is give people the opportunity to start back at Civics 101. We're going back to the foundation, the fundamentals of understanding how government works, how it's best for you, and better ways that you can advocate for you and your communities.
There's a lot of people, because of the climate of, we could say our political climate, honestly, right now, some people feel that they don't trust lawmakers. They feel that lawmakers may not have their best interests in heart. But since you're breaking it down, in these civics classes, let's say I'm, in the district, I live in District 79, and I want to come in and understand, what am I going to learn? How to contact you, how the process goes?
So you'll learn how the process works, best ways to contact, best ways to be accessible, how it is you can advocate. For example, a lot of people don't understand that as a state lawmaker, we have an app. So the South Carolina Legislature app allows you to follow lawmakers, allows you to follow their bills, allows you to follow committees. And so anytime we go live and meet, you get a notification on your phone with a live stream link. And so it makes transparency more accessible and convenient. It also helps you understand that as a member of the public, you have the opportunity to voice your testimony in front of us as part of bills being heard in public testimony. A lot of people don't understand that and miss out because they're just not made aware.
Someone may be watching and feel as if you all really don't care about what I have to say. I have an issue, but no one's addressing it. Speak to that person who thinks that way.
Well, I would tell to that person that absolutely we care what you have to say. The problem becomes when nobody says it, we don't hear it. And so the silence is complicity. And so if somebody is against an issue and I'm for it because I never received an email, I never received a phone call, I never saw anything that was in opposition, I'm only left to think people don't have a problem with it. And I'm going to vote accordingly. And so people's voices, people's opinions, people's anger, whatever it is about an issue is warranted because that's the democratic process. And democracy doesn't work when you're left out.
Absolutely. There's some unfinished business. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are still out there. For once, the hate crime law here in South Carolina, named after the late Senator Clementa Pinckney. You have some other ongoing issues. For someone who's watching, they're trying to understand, like the hate crimes law. Why does it take so long for something like that to pass? What is it that's the missing link?
Well, specifically on the Clementa Pinckney hate crime bill, that's being hung up in the Senate. To the credit of the House of Representatives, before I became a member, the House had passed it twice, even with a Republican-led House majority. And so it has passed the House and has gone on to the Senate. The problem is the Senate has hung it up in committee, or if it's gotten out of committee, members will object to it coming to the floor for an actual debate. And so as we continue to see local municipalities and counties pass their own local hate crime ordinances, I think it's sending a loud and clear message to the state of South Carolina, this is something that we need. And so again, going back to the advocacy portion, this is where where people of the public of South Carolina need to be calling their senators and saying, hey, we don't want hate in South Carolina. Hate can't win. And so we need you to pass this. We need you to bring it to the floor and bring it to a vote.
So this civics in context, okay, I see exactly what you're doing. So there's going to be a lot of learning in this town hall.
Yes.
So when is it taking place and where?
So Monday, January 12th, 6:30 to 8 p.m., Brooklyn Baptist Church Northeast, located in the heart of House District 79, or as I like to call it, the home of the new improved Hardscrabble Road. And so you don't have to worry about traffic.
Absolutely.
We're all cleared out. Come on and see us. But we'll have Brenton Brown from the Commission on Minority Affairs. He'll walk us through a presentation, answer questions. I'll be there to assist. We've got some special guests from the community, maybe a few lawmakers that'll come and assist as well. We want to make things accessible. And I think that when it goes back to your point about being out of touch, we have to start as lawmakers and leaders bringing information to individuals versus expecting them to come to us. We all have a lot going on. There's a lot happening in the world, and a lot of us cannot literally afford to pay attention to every breaking news cycle. And so it is up to us to speak the language, speak it clearly, speak it plainly. And as my wife says, if our 5-year-old son can't understand it, you're talking too crazy.
Oh, she's right.
Yes,
Your
yes.
wife is right about that. Representative Hamilton Grant, thank you so much for being here, for coming. And of course, everyone will have more information on that Civics in Context Town Hall that will take place next Monday, January the 12th. We'll have it for you on our website at WACH.com.